And that is one of the start screens I hate the most is that water tile. You are so far away from everything that's good.
We got 2 people going to forest and another 2 up on the coast.
Quick divergence here. Looks like the coast is going to show us some warp zones, but Chester's not going to go through them. Neither is Sci-Town. That's interesting. Oh, he was checking the raft spot.
Yeah, we got a heart container on the coast. Nothing strange there.
Ooh, first warp spot puts us bottom left corner, so that actually gets us across the map, and then up to Death Mountain.
These are some reasonable hitting roads.
John already up to 2 Armo statues. Hasn't and found level 5 under the armor stature near level 5.
So with Consternation flags, we are on a full quest overworld.
So there will be a lot of money on this overworld if the runners can find it. And we're not going to... Ooh, nasty boomerang from Chester. That blue turned around and popped him right in the back of the head.
And limited number of spots to check for with the important items.
Yes, 1 recorder spot, 4 push blocks. The push blocks will be important, though, because the warp zones have been changed, so... Did you happen to see where the 4th warp spot went to?
Not sure.
Well, it's going to be the Armo statue up on Death Mountain that has our item today, because that's 3 of them, and the 4th one's... Nobody's gotten over to the 4th one, but Sci-Town's making a beeline for it, so he's going to find that Armos item first. Wait a minute, that also wasn't an armor statue item.
But we do have level 2. Level 2 being our ability to have 2 floor drops.
Oh, that means the armor site one is the secret shop is going to be our item today. So the runners, the first thing they're going to need is probably a sword. There is a sword somewhere on the overworld in one of these open caves, which is why you see the runners passing by a lot of things trying to find the open caves. They can also find heart containers while they're doing this to try and get them access to the white sword, or the white sword item, which doesn't necessarily have to be a white sword.
Yes, and the white sword.
Finding
a location for that initial wood sword. Don't think anybody's been up there yet.
Sci-Town finding a nasty little Patra blocking his way, and it's not easy to clip past one of those, so he's going to leave level 2 and continue his search. Arrow's at 81 today, and Key's at 97. Always important numbers to keep in track, because sometimes we need to buy those keys.
Armos had the heart at the Blue Ring shop.
Oh, and Leslie is the first to find that wood sword cave. And it is the letter cave. And Chester's right near there. He should find his very soon. Sci-Town just found level 8 as well, over in the Lost Woods, he found a heart container, a heart choice, and he chose the candle. That'll save him a lot of money in the future and gives him better exploration.
And John Damon finds the cheap bomb shop for whopping 2 rupees.
2 rupees, man. What, 50 cents a bomb? No, a quarter a bomb. So good. Yeah, 50 cents. Math. Right.
Either way, you'll buy those for $1 and change. Ooh, sat down up to 6 hearts. Guaranteed to be able to find that white sword item. Or pick it up when you find it.
Chester has found level 4, but it immediately is blocked. And we have our Mag's location, which is where we started. Oh yeah, this level 4 is no-go, water block, combat block. So out of here, it's actually at level 5 too, so that's not an easy place to get back up to. So now, Saitama and Tabin have both found their candles. So they're hanging out down near Start. A lot of things to burn in that area, generating money, finding secrets. There are going to be 3 large secrets, so that'll help. John is... It seems like if you get a candle, you find all of your hearts. Because now Tabin's up to 6 hearts as well.
We will be seeing all these dungeons being shaped dungeons. But it's only 80 on the large secret. As Leslie had found one.
So the large secret can range anywhere from 50 to 150 in randomizers. So 80 is kind of on the low end. Ooh, red candle is our white sword item. So Saitama bumps up his firepower there. Still hasn't found the sword, but that'll give him a shot at beating a lot of dungeons. Tabin finds level 1 and finds a Dig Dogger block immediately.
Yeah, you're always looking for level 1 because it's pretty small and has lots of items in a heart shuffle. But if you can't get past those...
And it's right next to our warp spot, too. Ah, there's the 4th warp spot. It's over in the Lost Woods. So it's the runners still trying. We still have John and Saitama trying to find their sword. Leslie and Chester have their pointy stick, but need to find more dungeons, most of which have been over near where you have a candle. So Leslie pays for his candle. And some bombs.
Just 64, so not too much over normal. And
that'll also give them the option of getting a potion later.
But Saitama with that red candle does have a reusable offense now. Just many enemies cannot be used against.
Scytown also has a bit of an information advantage, knowing that the white sword item is out of play. So he's not going to be digging for that. He's really just wants that wood sword and then a dungeon to dive. At some point here, he should find a bomb shop and then he'll be set to go. But it looks like he's going to buy a key. Pretty smart move.
And sometimes with the randomizer and shapes, you just gotta have a key in order to get started sometimes.
Well, Scytown's first dungeon is level 6. I'm not sure he's going to want to dig that one out. So you might see it in the bottom right corner, Chester keeps resetting. He's trying to farm bombs off of these red gorillas, and he's just having miserable luck. He finally found one, but I think that was his 4th reset trying to get some bombs off of him.
And with the right exploration, there's a bomb shop that's just open. But Leslie's an 8, digging pretty hard.
Ooh, those are 5-hit blue moblins. John just tried bombing one to Kanana key through this door, and it did not die.
And then he hits both at the same time, so it cannot get through. Ooh, Leslie dying through some Pole's voices. Never fun with just a wood sword.
Yeah, you can kill him with the wood sword, but that's a lot of damage.
And there's Chester finding that bomb shop. And a candle as well.
So everybody has their basic items for exploration. Candles, bombs, and what? Candles and bombs. Scytown and John still need their pointy sticks. Scytown should be getting his any minute now.
John David running into a mugger room, wanting max bombs or a heart container, but luckily it was at the end of a path. Scytown finally makes up to the letter cave.
This explains why Leslie kept resetting. There is a nice hefty I don't know why I want to call that a Goron right now.
It would be a Gleelock.
That would be a Gleelock, yes. I was clearly playing Ocarina of Time the other day, so my brain's stuck on other G names.
Ooh, Chester surprisingly falling behind on a heart count. Just picking up his 4th. And
it looks like Chester is, because he was behind on the candles, and it seems a bunch of the candle spots are behind, are hiding the hearts. Scytown has our first Triforce drop of the night in level 5, but the rest of the dungeon seemed like it was blocked by a river tile, so he might have to go back there.
I think I saw the one on Leslie's screen, but did not pick it up yet.
There we go, John. John picking up the stick, and now we're all suited up with A and B button items.
So with many of our runners doing a lot of the SG live flags, I think anybody's going to go buy some hints today because they could be useful.
What's the chances that they are useful? 50%?
Yeah, roughly half our community hits, and the rest will be helpful.
So Town did find the Triforce, but it is in a tea room, and it's appearing on the other side of the water in the tea room, so he currently can't access it. He knows where it is. Town is making very good use of this candle. He has done a couple of damage boosts to get past things. You can stack the candle to keep enemies off of you. We have simultaneous entries. Chester's in 2, Leslie's in 1. Both of them are going to find lots of combat-y thingies.
Town's retrying.
He only has 2 bombs, so he's trying to check these spots without losing the bombs.
And avoiding those door repair fees.
Now, unfortunately, he saw a salesman and didn't wait for the screen to load, so he didn't see that one of those coast places was a bomb shop to purchase. So it looks like John is gonna pretty soon find out the bad news about his level 4 Triforce. Chestrick is bravely trying to fight this Patra, who has decided to kind of weasel into this corner here. Ooh, well done, Chestrick. 0 damage on that Patra with just a wood sword. And he gets mugged for his troubles.
And that should have been probably a staircase, because there are definitely 4 segments of that level 2.
Yeah, it looks like this room with the Pole's voice could be a staircase. That room should have been a staircase. And unfortunately, because he did leave the room, the Patra won't respawn. John taking a nasty death in the middle of the map. It's going to send him all the way back to the bottom right-hand corner. And Chester found the Triforce in level 2. It's right after that Patra. Gonna keep digging though, and knows there's 2 floor items that he could find in this dungeon. But this is not the transport he wants to take. This one does not have a connection to any of the other ones.
And of course, in that 2-room segment, there's the Triforce and the compass.
Well, you need to know where the Triforce is. So, Psytown picking up a Triforce. Chester picking up a Triforce. Yeah, Triforce in 8, Triforce in 2 snapped up. Put Psytown in a bit of a lead. Oh, one of the level 2 heart container. So Slytown is trying to see if he can get anywhere in level 1. Nobody's been able to get... There's a Dig Dogger blocking the way. Nobody's been able to do much with that. Ooh, and there are no bomb holes there. It is just hard. Level 1 is a completely Dig Dogger box. So we have to find the recorder in the seed just to get into level 1, which is one of those spots that the recorder was most likely to be because there's extra items in there. Hey, Scytown has found level 7 up near... Looks like that was on Death Mountain. Death Mountain East. Ooh, named that Inkwell. What is that?
I think it's some kind of sea dragon.
Well, the runners will be happy to know that once you dealt with the Patra in level 2, there's an identical one in level 7 in the same room with the same door configuration. Alright, so Chester, punching and kicking his way through this level 2, has gotten up to the second part of the dungeon with that extra little nook in the top right corner.
And John David had done his best try at summoning the silver arrows by buying the wooden ones.
These dungeons are not being kind to any of these runners. The Scytown was able to get past that Patra finally. But other than that, we still don't have a dungeon item that is useful for us. And we have found every dungeon but 3 currently, I think. I've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, and 2, and I know 8 is somewhere because Scytown has picked up the Triforce for me. So that means that John might be... John is in level 6 now and seeming to making a little bit of progress, but it is a Wizrobe dungeon and he is at 1 heart. A half a heart. Ooh, gets a drop off that rope though, so that gives him a little bit more hit points. And it seems Cheshire has found 2 hearts and nothing in level 2. So level 2, just the Triforce. So John and Scytown in dungeons that we don't know the items for yet. Scytown's in 7, which is a little bit bigger than 6 traditionally, but can be pretty close to each other. If either of them find an important item like the ladder or the recorder that or even the bow, this could be a huge break for either of them.
And while Chessjerk was the last of our 4 on-stream runners to get the 4th heart container, is now in the lead with 9. And only 1 heart away from a potential magical sword play, which is conveniently at start screen.
That would be a big play for any runner to get that right now with such little that we've gained on the overworld for combat. Or in the dungeons for combat, I should say. Ooh, level 6's stair item is another heart container. So, level 6 not helping us out either. See if Scytown can find something there. We have Leslie also in 6, although the palettes are so much different. And Chessjerk is in his 8 and finds the Patra guarding the Triforce.
If you look at all of our runners, we are pretty key-starved right now. Of course, not being able to get very far in certain dungeons will lead to that.
Yeah, generally speaking, levels 2 and 3 are really good ones to farm keys out of. A lot of times you can bomb your way through 2, and 3 just has a lot of keys. But haven't found 3, and 2 had 3 different staircases, so we have not found many keys at all. John's actually in the lead with 2.
CJ finding another take any.
Ooh, Scytown gets this Patra down. Well, I assume he gets it down with a half a heart left. Got pinned up in that top left corner. He was able to just stab his way out.
And take a look where the compass leads in level 7 on Scytown's screen.
Yeah, and the room just below that is blue whiz robes, if I'm not mistaken. Saw it a little bit earlier.
Not surprising to go search elsewhere for something useful. So I believe Chester probably just did check mags and failed at 10.
Chest trick, but paying for a potion. I didn't see the prices though.
They were 55 and 61.
Ooh. So Coke better than Pepsi today?
Absolutely.
So you see Saitown, he keeps like kind of moving towards these fireball rooms. So the fireball rooms have a 3 out of 4 chance of dropping a something. Now it could be as worthless as a 5 rupee piece, but in the first quest game, there's 3 out of every 4 fireball rooms have a drop in them. And then plain rooms like this is about 78%. It's like 18 out of 22 or something like that.
John David winning at money making.
He is, if he saves, he could play a couple more times to get to Blue Ring, but I don't know if he found it. It's up at, I believe it was up at an Armo statue. Well, losing 1, that's kind of like winning. Oh, Saitown finds bomb upgrade, but it's only 2, but that's a nice thing to find in level 7.
For 125 rupees, the low price.
Normally, if you pay that much and only get 2, you'd be pretty disappointed. But at this point, with no other combat upgrades at this right now, he'll be happy to have the ability to kill more Wizrobes like these.
And John David does indeed buy that blue ring at the Armos item. Or at the Armos under the
That
30
bomb
rupee
refill. Oh, so John is white now, has white cloak. Why the blue ring turned you white? I never understood.
It's
I
a
guess maybe-
very light blue.
I guess the Nintendo Entertainment System did not have the color palette to translate that color. Saitown was able to put those bombs he bought from the old man to good use. Spent 6 of them to get through those blue Wizrobes, but did end up getting his Triforce out of 8. Or out of 7.
And Gesture picks up that heart container out of 6. Be another max attempt after this dungeon.
Give him another 20% chance to pick that up. The first one didn't work, but let's try it again. Yeah, this level 6 is very nasty with a lot of Wizrobes bouncing around. This level 7 is also going to be very nasty when the other 3 runners get to it. That level 6 also looks like it's missing a part. Like he's got to find a bomb wall or something to go to the right with.
Every single dungeon item has been a heart container that we've found so far.
And there's been a lot of Pols voices. And it's not so much that they're hard to fight, they just take a lot of time to sword down as they bounce around. Really, at this point, John has a pretty distinct advantage if he's able to get into some dungeons and explore, but we know that a lot of the items that are here just aren't effective. So he's gonna... A lot of work in 6 here. John picking up a red candle, so at least a little bit of combat there.
Chester picking up some bait.
And the arrows. Alright, so it looks like he's trying to spend his money and just make sure that he can't get blocked by anything. He did find a way to get up to 4 keys, so probably feels fine with his key count, is more worried about... He already knows there's a really big dig dogger block. The last thing he wants is to find a meat block and then have to fight his way through something. But Palace 5 will just hand him a Triforce at room number 2, as it did for Saito.
And winner.
11sies.
That is going to be a huge combat advantage. Oh no, Saitan just gave up a heart to a mugger that he didn't need to.
Well, I think he went on the left side, which brought him to that top piece. He found the hearts already. So I think he knows that the Triforce is in this corner, and he just didn't want to spend the time resetting, going back through and having 3 different, having to fight through 3 different rooms with locked doors. So he's just, you know what? Yeah, I don't need these hearts. I'll be fine.
And with only 3 hearts away before.
Realized, as I'm sure you were about to say. See, Saitown did get to use the compass, because he left the Pole's Voice in this room, and now he realizes, drat, I have to kill this Pole's Voice.
Or a Well-Master at that point.
So that magical sword is really going to help Chest Jerk, because with all of this combat we've seen of Pole's Voices, he only has to hit them 4 times to kill them, whereas everybody else has 3 times. Everybody else has to hit them.
Not to mention all those blue wizrobes.
The blue wizrobes too. There's so much combat in this seed. Like, he's gonna murder this Gleeok.
2 hits for the initial and 1 hit each for the other ones. The bait already used. And could be required.
You need the bait to get into 8. That's why. He must have known that already.
Actually, I'm not sure if he did, because I think he had to pass through that patch. He passed through that patch, was where the Triforce was before. But maybe he did.
I mean, that's a huge payoff. Like, you find mags and you buy the bait. That's really huge payoff for him.
We'll have to ask him if he knew about that bait block beforehand. Especially if there's something in 8 that's required.
Yeah, we have 3 shots at having a required item in this 8. 2 staircases, 1 floor drop. That wasn't it, though.
Refusal of the magical boomerang.
Oh, Saitown has found level 3, so we have all of our dungeons found.
And that means that nothing is required for any items to get into them. Just to progress through them. Oh, look at all those blue wizards.
Yeah. Leslie grabbing his Triforce out of 5.
That is
lying
everybody.
On the ground one. So 5 will be gone for a while.
Ooh.
Saitown finds the bow. Level 3 with the D. So that's gonna give Saitown a bit of an edge. He'll also be able to fight all the Pole's Voice we've been finding in this seed a little bit more efficiently as soon as he leaves the dungeon and goes back to an arrow shop, because I do not believe he bought arrow shots. I'm going to assume he did not, as he probably would not be stabbing these.
Yes, and I just saw Leslie. He does have wooden arrows, so all the runners except for the one who has the bow has the arrows.
And Saitown up A's out of 3. So I still didn't see where 3 was. If anyone in chat saw where 3 is. Triforce in 3 is... Go
Death
ahead.
Mountain.
And Sam Gamgee saying the Triforce is also Dig Doggered. So that's two dungeons that are Dig Dogger blocked. Freedom, I only saw the bow out of 3. I don't believe we saw the other item yet.
Yeah, Saitown did die out there.
And our troll handlers today, with taking well more than a bomb and a mags hit. No, just a bomb.
They're plus or minus 2, so.
Yeah, he must not have hit it with the bomb the back corner with the bomb.
There was a heart container on the floor in 8.
And it goes to the person who already has mags, so quite useful.
And a wood arrow purchase for Saitown.
John picking up his Triforce in 2. Saiton finding the heart container in 6. Leslie picking up his red candle. Everybody's finding little things right now. It seems like Chestrick found the last item in 8, and it is the other boomerang. Well played. All right, so 8 dud. Still, we know we need a ladder. We know we need a recorder for 2 Triforces. Level 1 is completely Dig Dogger blocked. You cannot get past the second room without it. Level 3 needs a Dig Dogger for the Triforce. We have a bow in 3, a red candle at the old man, and that's about all we've found. And it is 46 minutes in. We still don't have silvers. We still don't have red ring, any key, wand, atlas. The book is an atlas in this seed, so there's a lot of stuff for these runners to find. They're just getting starved out of it.
Who rolled this anyway?
Checks to see if he rolled it. No. I don't know, but he's a jerk.
Oh, there is the ladder in 6.
All right. Advantage. So with... Go ahead.
Yeah, so ladder in column 2, row 2 there, first level 6. And that's the shape. It's a gun.
Yeah, it's like a gun from GoldenEye, because a little kind of digitalized. But yeah, we were right. That 6 had a whole section over to the right that we hadn't seen yet. That ladder is going to give Saiton a lot more access to some of the other parts of the dungeons that the other runners haven't been able to find yet. John getting into their level 3 now. While Chestrick digging through 7 now. Did we find the item in 7?
It was just so hard if we did.
I feel like either Saiton or John dug through 7 a lot and didn't find the second item. I think they found a floor item that was a heart. Hoishunk, it really just depends on the seed, whether blue ring is a good idea early or not. There's plenty of things to use your money on, especially in a seed like this where for the first 30 or 40 minutes our runners were very key starved. They've all recovered. Well, some of them have recovered from that, like Saiton, Chestrick, they've found keys, but then John probably could really use a key right now, but he has the blue ring instead. he's going to find out that he is 100% blocked by this Digdogger. So it really just depends on what combat are in the early dungeons. If you go in one and you see a bunch of Wizrobes and you can't handle them, yeah, go get a blue ring if you can. But if you're not seeing a lot of Wizrobes, you're not seeing a lot of Dark Nuts, whatever enemies are really tough for you, it's really just going to be seed dependent, but I think it's usually better to save your money early, and then if you just happen upon it, you grab it. John has blue ring and lots of rupees, but he's farmed those up now that he has them and isn't near a key shop. So he's got to go probably find a key shop to spend. And the keys are 96, 97 this seed. So it's going to be, even if he does buy them, he could have been able to buy 3 or 4 by now, and he's only going to be able to afford 1. Whether that matters, we've seen the other runners find a way to get through, so that's just a matter of pathing and tracking well.
I noticed John David had 3 Triforces. I marked him as 8. It was either 8 or 7, I think he picked up.
He was just in 7 right now. So I think he just picked up 7. Leslie just found the meat block. That's another thing. This seed has a meat block, so we have to go buy the meat to get through the rest of level 8. Alright, so Saitan with that ladder is going to have the opportunity to dig through level 4. If they can find a way around this Patra. How is he doing that? That is 3 times. I swear he was about to get hit and he just swung at the exact right time to live.
So I looked at John David's screen again. He looked like 2, 3, and 5. I know we said 3 was a Digdogger block, but I think he actually has it.
Ooh. Chest Jerk's heading into 3, so let's see if Chest Jerk's got better combat than John does, although he doesn't have as much defense, so that shouldn't bother him. So if he's able to get it, maybe we can squeak this out of here.
Ooh, look at that 4.
That looks like E.T. from the Atari game.
I used to play that one as a kid.
Oh, okay, yeah. Chester just saw the Triforce in 3. It's just lying on the ground next to a Digdogger. So it's not Digdogger blocked, it's just kind of Digdogger plopped. Yeah, it's accompanying the Digdogger. Red ring in 1? Who's in 1?
That was a hint.
Oh! Well, that's not going to help us, because by the time we get to 1, it's going to be the last dungeon we find. We could grab that Triforce and go for a lot of these guys. But that Palace 3 has some water in it, so that could also end up blocking us. And the Verezes did roll up, so they do not die to a bomb. You can't farm off them. But Chesterk is getting through a lot of this level 3 that other people weren't able to because of that combat advantage. I have a feeling Sawtown just found the item room in 3, and it is also Dig Dog, or in 4, and it's also Dig Dogger Block. Oh! Well, we found an Atlas in 4 on the ground. And a Triforce pickup for Scytown, and it looks like, yeah, I think he just realized that that farthest right part of ET's head is the item, and it's blocked by a Dig Dogger. So at this point, the only thing that could be that he would have to go back for is the Silver Arrows. Anything else he can probably ignore. We know where all the dungeons are, so that none of those are getting blocked, and we know that can't be the recorder, because otherwise we won't be able to get it.
I think I just saw Sidetown had to sneak a couple more Triforces past me, because I think he just needs that 1 out of 1.
So he's going back into 5. Now that he has the book, he gets to see this map, which is
Cool.
like a bad game of Tetris.
I don't think we have seen level 9.
That is a good point. I don't think we've seen level 9. Ooh, this could get even more ugly if level 9 decides to be blocked by an item. Recorders in 3. Did Chester just find a recorder? Oh, there's a painting. Yeah, that Mags pickup really paying off for Chester. He was able to dig out a lot more of 3 than everyone else was, and we know that you need that recorder.
The bow was the stair item.
3, the big payoff this seed. So although it looks like Scytown's in the lead on Triforces, Chesterk is the one with the best gear right now. They have the bow, they have the recorder, they have the magical sword. That's going to allow them to clear every dungeon, and Scytown currently can't even get into 1. Alright, time to see what's in level 1. As it looks like Chester just found the item in 5. The item in 5 is the raft, so a tiny chance that raft is needed if we have to use it to get to level 9, but only 2 chances at that. Yeah, that was a sweet play, Gamgee. The Chest Jerk was able to get both the bomb wall and the Dodongo on the same bomb. Or I might have said Chest Jerk, but I meant Side Town. Side Town is definitely just looking for this last item in this dungeon.
And level 1 is definitely a beginner Tetris level.
Oh, any key is the other item in 5, so that's going to eliminate any resource problems for Side Town with the bomb upgrade and the any keys. The other item in 1 is the wand. And Chest Jerk not even going to pick up the wand, just doesn't seem to care. Ah, he wants this red ring. Now, Chest Jerk, red ring, grabs the wand on the way out. He is full combated out. Every amount of damage he can get that's not silver arrows. Side Town is back in level 8 to try and dig that out. He is not going to be surprised when he finds the pair of boomerangs. Yeah, I think he saw the last item in 1. I was pretty sure there's a heart like very early on the floor. So Chest Jerk's jumping over here, trying to get back to this level 6. It looks like we have 4 and 6, but he's going to use that to check for this level 9. Definitely haven't seen level 9 yet. Chest Jerk's was hopeful that he didn't need to keep digging for it. And if he's recording, he moved to that spot specifically to check that location. So I'm pretty sure that he's checked all of the overworld, or so much of the overworld that he thought that might have to be it. Yeah, he's going back in 7. He thinks that he needs another item.
So we are looking, running out of spots to check for dungeons. And there are high chances that the items in 9 are going to be the silver arrows and perhaps even the white sword.
Well, we're getting a check here from Side Town. First raft location is not what we're looking for. Yeah, Side Town's checking a raft location as well. He only needs level 1, and that is nowhere near where level 1 is. So he is definitely just trying to find this 9 to see if he has to go back and dungeon dive.
There's some bait for Side Town.
Time to go pay the man. John finally getting back to this Gliok fight that tormented him earlier on, so he's able to fight that through. Chest Jerk finding his bomb upgrade in 7. Gotta pick that up, go back up to full, go up to 10 bombs. He's not even going to need the any key. He's probably just going to immediately ignore it. I mean, if he ends up going to 5 looking for one of these items he needs, sure, he'll take it, but...
And our non-magical sword-bearing runners are all at 9 hearts. They know more.
Well, Chest Jerk actually has 10 hearts, but remember, he paid... was it not Chest Jerk? Scytown? Was it Scytown that paid a heart to a mugger?
Indeed.
So he's actually found 10. It means he's got one less on the map that would help him out.
And I believe John Taven took a potion from a Tankini.
Oh, Gamgee giving us the nastiest version of this seed. If the power bracelet is what's blocking 9, which there's only one place that could not be the power bracelet right now, if what we expect is true, that the runners have checked every location otherwise. But the Dig Dogger is blocking the power bracelet as the only item left in 4.
Which spot are we calling besides the power bracelet spot?
I don't think we've seen the second raft location, the heart raft over on the coast. We need Scytown to go check that. We saw the recorder spot. We saw the Lake Heart, or level 4 location, not Lake Heart. So otherwise, we got that and then some power bracelets.
There it is.
Oh, level 7. All right, so there's one location that Chest Jerk doesn't have access to that could still be the location. Otherwise, Chest Jerk's going to go check these PVs and make a beeline for it. Oh, there it is. Right,
But
so
the silver arrows could still be in 4.
Yes, we still could have silver arrows in 4. That's about it. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think there's any other spot for it.
Boomerang number 1 for Scytown.
All right, that is number 6 for Chest Jerk. I would assume that he gets this. Oh, he's passing the Triforce. Guess he really wants to double check and make sure that he doesn't end up missing these silvers.
I don't think he has the ladder yet.
Oh, right. The ladder's in 6. Needs to find a path to find the ladder.
As I noted earlier, there was column 2, row 2.
Right. And 4, you can't get to the Triforce without the ladder. Well, you should be able to, but it seemed very difficult. Like, it's in a tea room, and if you can maneuver around, like, the randomizer is built so that you never have to do any kind of like glitching or clipping to get to a location. So
Yeah, I
there
think
should be access to that tea room.
Yeah, it should be a bomb wall from the left-hand side to get to that Triforce.
But it may be that you can't get to that bomb wall without a ladder. And that, there could be a river room or a moat room or something of that order.
Yeah, Sam Genji says it was a Chevy room, Patra. Ooh, Saitan gets wall-mastered. Denying him his chance to look for that wooden boomerang.
He will not be happy finding another boomerang in here, because to him, he feels like he's really close to go mode, and finding 3 useless items in here is going to feel like he's going to have that mindset of, oh, I just wasted all that time. It's the right call mathematically, like 100% the right call to go into this 8 mathematically. It just feels bad when it ends up being a bork.
I mean, the item distribution in this season has been pretty rude.
Oh, there's Chester's ladder right on the ground there. Shoots it with the arrow. Up A's. Gonna grab this Triforce and run for the hills.
And I think I'd accidentally given Leslie credit for number 6, which is probably why I mismarked Saitan.
Ah, gotcha.
Because Leslie is sitting at 2.
Yeah, both Leslie and John have been having a really rough seed here. We haven't talked about them much because they keep going back into like very similar dungeons. Especially when you're in, you can kind of see the frustration on Leslie's face. He's died twice in the last 2 minutes on the overworld, and that's just one of those things where you have to take a deep breath, step back, and think, and like clear your thoughts before you make the next like decision.
And Saitan has finally found the bad news that, yes, there were 2 boomerangs in level 8.
Yeah, Chester has a pretty big advantage. Chester just jumped into 4. We know that as soon as you get past that block, you can... 4 is pretty easy. I don't know where he's going right now. That... Oh, wait, he's running...
Going up, up, up.
Yeah, Sam, I got confused because I thought he would just clip through that, but then when he didn't, I was like, wait, why did he not go up and clip, and then he was just walking it out?
And that was the Chevy room that you had to go past in order to go to the right.
That makes sense. So it's very unlikely that Chesterk is going to get to the back of this dungeon. I don't think we'll see the last item in this 4 from him.
Saitan's digging out 7, which we know he needs to get that power back bracelet. which, lo and behold,
Unfortunately, he knows it too, because he's been digging on that overworld. He knew that he had to get back in there.
well, Saitan still looking for that recorder because that's also required.
Yeah, but he also knows there's no option but getting that done. There's no option to not get the recorder there.
It could have been the recorder to recorder lake to get the 9, but he didn't know that yet.
All right, Chest Jerk has his Triforce out of 4, not going into the back. Still a chance for some of our other runners to get lucky and have this level 4 be the key for the silvers, but if it's in 9, Chest Jerk has a huge advantage right now. All right, so...
Yeah, plenty of keys to go in there, too.
Oh, Chest Jerk is making the play to go find this item.
Not a terrible choice, but odds are it's in 9.
Yeah, it's about a 30. At this point, I'm going to guess Chest Jerk has seen so much that he's assuming the rest of it's are hearts. So he's probably he's probably assuming this is about a 33% chance. But with the map here,
yeah,
there's a good chance.
Yeah, he'll find this Atlas.
And that Alice is going to help him in 9 too. Because it's going to conserve him on bombs and also on directions of where he has to go on the map. You know, if he can maybe work around to a keyhole that he doesn't have, because he doesn't have the any key, so he theoretically could run out.
And Leslie takes a valiant fight, defeating the Patcher with the wood sword.
Yeah, Leslie and John have done a lot of really good combat for still being on wood sword. They have plenty of hearts, but with so many blocks that they've had to deal with, they're persevering really well.
And a dig darker guard.
Right, moment of truth.
The silver arrows.
That was really good by Chest Jerk. Speed Gaming rating us with 126 people. Thank you, friends. We are late into a Zelda 1 randomizer seed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have Scytown, John Tabin, Leslie Pro 04, and Chest Jerk. Right now, Chest Jerk is in the lead and is entering level 9 right now. So, want to run down what we're looking for in here, friend?
All right. Well, since Chest Jerk already has the silver arrows, which we'll mark in a second, we are looking for a single shutter door that will not open until the beast is defeated, and then we are looking for the roar of said beast.
Leslie Pro digging out their 7 right now. That is the map. John picking up a wooden boomerang. So we've got... That map is pretty straightforward. Big old block in the bottom left corner, and hope that's it. All right. So you see Chest Jerk. So there's kind of two mindsets when racing, whether you take doors, whether you take staircases or you don't take staircases. And it seems that Chester is a person who doesn't like taking staircases in 9, which, like, you saw him not go into that staircase until it was like the last option that he could take, used a key on a single door. So that also explains why he went back into 4, because instead of having to dive 8 different staircases and check them off, he'd rather make sure that the one staircase he knew would be an item wasn't the item he needed. And that's going to give him a real distinct advantage in this, because I wouldn't be surprised if Saitown goes directly to 9, even if he does get his last Triforce and Recorder.
One of the things we just had an update to the Zelda 1 randomizer last week on Sunday, in fact, right before the weekly. And one of the things it did is it changed the format for it. Used to be level 9 was on its own 8x8 section of the ROM, and now it can it shares an 8x16 with 7 and 8, so it gives a little bit more flexibility in the size of things.
Well, we found Zelda's room, but it seems she must have woken up for the day. Yeah, it's always very suspicious when you see that you could go in a direction at the start. Like, there's definitely a room over there, but it won't let you move in that direction. So I bet you Chest Jerk will have, being such a good runner, he's going to have it in the back of his head that, you know what, I bet you that princess is somewhere in that bottom left-hand corner, and I just got to find the way to get to it.
And we just found our last major item, with the white sword being on the floor in 7.
All right, so full rundown. We've got 1 has the wand and the red ring, 2 had a bunch of hearts, 3 had the bow, 4 with the silvers and the book, 5 with the any key and the raft, 6 with the ladder, 7 with the required power bracelet, 8 with the boomerangs, and 9 has
a lot of hearts.
Junk. Although right now John Tabin would love to have 1 more heart, because that would give him access to that mags. Same thing with Saitown. If he still had the heart he gave away, he would be able to pick up mags the next time he up aid. And a hunch was true. The princess is 2 rooms to the left of start. The right in the middle, but kind of tucked away because we can't go left to start the run. That might be Ganon, but we can't be certain because it's in a room with another boss. And I don't remember if Dig Dogger has the Ganon sound or the slightly different one. Leslie heading back into 7, still really pushing to find out what this item is. And he needs it, but he's not going to be happy when he finds it and it doesn't give him access to the other dungeons. Saitan going back into 3, which is where he needs to be. So he should soon find that recorder that will get him through 1 and at least have a chance at trying to chase down Chest Jerk. He's going to be behind by a good almost 10 minutes of exploration by the time he's done with this. Chest Jerk's got to be careful, though. Down to 1 heart, even with that red ring. That is not the place you want to be. But this is the place he wants to be. All right, let's make some bacon, Chest Jerk. Good room for him, too. Very open. Not too much restriction. There's no restriction on his movement. And a quick Ganon fight gives us a piggy. So he just needs to find a way to go south from this room. If he can, that's GG's. And he can! And congrats to Chest Jerk, finishing with a SRL time of 1:27:43. That is going to be second place overall, first on the restream. Shaddy finishing in first with a 1:12:33. Whew, 1:12 for this seed seems real fast. So now it's just a matter of Sci-Town up in 1. The rest of our runners still digging through 7 and digging through 7. Looks like Leslie just got their PB and is trying to find that second item.
I saw Leslie in the Triforce room for 7. Not sure if he got it or if it was or took a death.
And we are joined with the first finisher on our restream. Chest Jerk is here with us. Hello, friend.
Hello, how are you doing tonight?
I am super glad that I did commentary instead of running this race, because I would definitely be where the rest of our runners are.
I don't understand what you're talking about. That was the best seed ever, besides, everything about it.
All right, so 30 minutes in, you have bombs and a candle. How do you feel at that point in your run?
I'm thinking to myself, I just found like 5 hearts in a row. I hope the magical sword is a low heart number, and that helped me a tad on my journey. So
that didn't just help you. I think it really made the difference in the race, because everybody else was still trying to kill Pole's Voice with 10 attacks, and you were killing him in 3, and that changed the entire outlook of the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was about to break my wooden sword on the bunnies. So good thing I got a better upgrade.
Interesting. You were the last one on stream to get your first heart container, and then all of a sudden you had 9 and more than anybody else.
Well, you gotta have heart. That's what I always say.
So am I mistaken, or did you pay for your candle, right? You paid for yours?
I found I was looking for candles and bomb shop, which I figured was the same one. And I bought them all at the same time.
That actually paid off, because we have 2 runners on stream that are at 10 hearts, and Sci-Town actually did get to 11 hearts, but he paid for the Mugger room in 2 to save time, which means that he still can't get his mags. But he's found the wood sword at this point, or the white sword at this point in 7.
Oh. Well, that's convenient.
Did you actually? Did you actually buy that? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at my tracker. I'm thinking the white sword was in 7, but I was Y forced by the floor drop in 7. I looked at my menu thinking, what did I just pick up? I have no idea. I thought, oh, I must have gotten a heart container. So because I thought I had one more heart than I did, but apparently it was the white sword, and I just never knew because I already had mags. It didn't matter. That's hilarious.
You're saying, Kuros?
Yeah, so Chester, for level 8, before you went back into there, you picked up some bait. Did you know that there was a bait block in there?
Well, with the map and I mean, it was not entirely 100% certain because I think there was one room I didn't clear out that could have been a staircase, but it was again infested with bunnies, and I wasn't ready to stab them all to death for 8 hours. So it seemed likely in my mind that it was a bait block with the map that I had.
For what we've seen, it was
turned out to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for I did in my travels back before I used the bait. I did clear out those rooms, and they were not staircases. So.
And you didn't pick up either boomerang.
Yeah, well, to annoy both sides of the issue. That's how I keep neutral in the whole issue. I just ignore both boomerangs. For those who prefer one or the other.
Yeah, we can see Leslie taking some frustration out on an old man with his candle. Sci-Town is still under the impression that this raft spot could be the last location. He does have the power break.
Yeah, it definitely could be, since the only level I hadn't found was 9, and I only had raft and power wasted spots left. So I knew it was going to be one or the other. I was very happy to dig the power wasted deep out at level 7. That was nice. And have it be that was the answer.
So I hypothesized about this on stream, but what convinced you to go back in 4?
I don't think I had any other option. Or do you mean after I got the Triforce?
After
looking for silvers.
Yes, looking for silvers. What convinced you to go in 4 instead of dive 9?
It was tough because I saw that Shaddy had finished right as I got the ladder, which was it felt good, whatever. But from what I remember, Shaddy likes diving 9 for silvers. I thought, okay, do I want to metagame this whole thing? I thought, 4 is a small dungeon. Maybe I'll just clear 4 first and then go to 9 and not do 5. So that was my thought process, and luckily I made the right decision.
It also seems like, from the way you were pathing in 9, that you're the kind of person who prefers not to take staircases in 9?
It depends, really. Sometimes I think I like to take them once I get to a dead end, or when I get to a spot where I could bomb all the walls. But no, I'll take a staircase instead. Sometimes it changes. Sometimes some nights I just take staircases and it works out, and sometimes I don't and it doesn't. But depends on how I'm feeling.
All right, so some updates. We have Jay Wade finishing 3rd place with a 129.33. Captain Green 7 in 4th place with a 131.21. Homer J Smash at 5th with a 132.56. And we've had a couple forfeits, including Mr. John David, who has joined us here.
Where is everything in this seed?
Would you like some spoilers?
I would love some spoilers because I am sick of digging this through the seed.
Well, I recommend you go to level 6 and fight through the horde of blue wizards to find a ladder on the floor. So that's one key item. And then I recommend you dive deep into level 7 for the power bracelet, which blocks level 9.
All right. Yeah. See, Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I had the floor item in 6, both items in 7, and then ladder blocked out of 4, recorder blocked out of 1. I think recorder blocked out of the stuff in 3. And I got both boomerangs out of 8. What the hell?
Yeah, that's about right. It was not a recorder block in 3. You could actually go around the dig dogger.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is interesting because that is where the recorder was. It was actually beyond there in level.
Oh, really? I never would have found that then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah.
That was one of the nasty things the sea did tonight.
Yeah, and I would recommend not forfeiting the blue candle, and I would recommend not forfeiting the hearts for the blue candle and potions because max is 11.
11, yeah. I figured since Shaddy won, it can't be that much, but because he usually.
Yeah, that's my thing. I was on 3 hearts for at least.
Well, yeah, I mean, Shaddy and Chester both did really well, and I know they tend to dig hearts, but then and also magical sword was right there. That's why toward the end when I was like, I was going back to 7, and I was like, wait a minute, I have 10 hearts, so I should check it real quick. Nope. So one more thing Seed isn't going to give me. So
Yep. I literally found like 8 hearts in the span of like 15 minutes, and then I saw mags at start, and it was 11 was enough. So I had mags for a good, I don't know, 50 minutes probably. I had it really early.
All right, yeah. If you had to find a bomb hole around the Dig Dogger in 3, I was probably never getting the recorder. So I'm glad it forfeited because I
can't remember if it was a bomb hole. It may just have been a door, but you had to go all the way around it to get there, and there may have been a bomb hole in the way, possibly. I don't.
Yeah,
remember
I mean, the Triforce was pretty free, and it was like there are a couple of items, and I see 2 shutter doors behind the Dig Dogger. Like this kind of seems like I should leave, but there's nowhere else to go, and there except for the floor items in the giant dungeons, I don't have much else left. So. Yep.
And of course, 1 being recorder blocked and having the red ring and the wand, that was also very useful to have somewhat early on.
Yeah. Also that meat block in 8, which I was like, oh, this must be the thing. This must be the key to everything. No, it was just the boomerangs.
Yep. We'll have
John,
the all hail versus Ohio discussion.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
You did have a bit of an early game advantage, John, because you found all the big monies, so you were able to get that blue ring early and get your combat going. Not quite as worried about the boys.
Yeah, I had some money, and I grinded MMG. I got lucky. I got lucky fairly quickly on the money making game when I got the blue ring. But I had the defense, but I never got any offense. Never found the bow. Never found a wand or a white sword or anything. So even though I was dying less, it was still going to take forever to carve my way through everything. So
yeah, 3. It's like 3 and 7 were the only dungeons you actually wanted to be in, but you had to dig everything else out to find it because 3 had the bow and the recorder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And 3 and 7 both being on Death Mountain. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Oh, and just in case, there was a Dig Dogger blocking the silver arrows in the very, very, very back corner of level 4, which probably would have been like the last dungeon you dug out. So don't worry, you would have dug out all of 9 too.
The silvers were not in 9.
No, they were
not
in
9. Behind the Dig Dogger.
I had mentioned that I didn't even get to 9 before Shaddy finished. I'm thinking, are silvers really in 9 after all this nonsense? And I was in 4, and I think I'll just keep digging 4. And I happened upon the silvers.
Yeah.
In fact, Saitan's right now in 9. He's dug out one of the heart containers.
Oh, let me check that out. I don't have the stream pulled up. Let me watch along.
And I'm pretty sure he did not go back to 4 after getting the recorder.
I do not.
I don't blame him one bit. Unfortunately, it's the wrong move tonight.
Because he was Saitan was at 7 Triforces, just needing the recorder to get the one out of level 1.
Saitan was in that race a few weeks back where Shaddy won on silvers in 9, and there was an early item in 9, and I think both of us dipped out after getting the first item in 9, so he's probably thinking Shaddy wins silvers in 9, got a metagame for that. He's probably going to full clear it.
Yeah, that was the seed with the recorder in 9. That was blocking,
that's
4 other items.
It's funny how there's
odd. The one item is in 9 that you need.
Yeah. It's funny how certain seeds you remember. You can play several a week, and some of them still stick out.
That's very true.
Because there's so much pain.
Oh, it's all the pain. But it's so
Leslie, good. Right now, Leslie's back in 2. I guess trying to make sure that they didn't pick up 2 hearts in 2.
Oh, did he already get the hearts out of 2 and come back?
I believe he did, but it's one of those things where he's kind of in the same spot you were. They still doesn't have any of the combat upgrades at all.
Yeah.
Hasn't been able to dig out 7, so.
Well, he at least got the recorder out of 7, or the power bracelet out of 7, rather. It looks like so. He's one up on me. Yes, Anthony Nelms, I did.
I'm curious if the heart container in the staircase room in 2 is throwing him off. Because I know that can be, if you mark it on your tracker as a staircase, you don't necessarily mark it as a staircase and an item, which is unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah, especially if you like Y-forced a heart and didn't notice it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely I Y-forced John. I Y-forced the white sword after.
Oh, really?
Everything else. Yeah, and I heard the sound. I'm thinking I picked up something. What happened? And I had no idea what it was because I already had mags, so it just didn't show up. Anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought it was hard.
Yeah, so that was in 7 too. Yeah.
Yep, it was. Yeah, 7 and 3. You wanted to be there.
So
go ahead.
So I would say that Consternation's kind of a gentler flag set than the SG Live flags in general, but definitely not tonight.
Well, I mean, it's I mean, with the Heart Shuffle, it's kind of like it just depends on how things roll, and the only reason Consternation is kinder on average is because the HP roll isn't as extreme. So and you can't have a second quest overrolled, so there's a little bit less likely that you're gonna get blocked out of stuff and have to fight through. But I mean, in this seed, like with the Pulse Voice, all the Pulse Voice and the bow in a non-obvious spot, and I assume I can't be the only one who figured there wasn't a way around 3. So
Yeah, Leslie has not come back into 3 at all.
I definitely look. I did a double take when I was about to leave, thinking, that must be blocked. And I looked at my map again, and thinking, wait a minute, I can go around that. Why don't I give that a shot? And luckily, that was the right move, because otherwise I was about to do the same thing. And I would have dug the whole rest of the seat, thinking, where is this recorder?
So I found battling Ganon with the wooden arrows.
That's unfortunate.
I
think he's trying to get to the other side of the dungeon, because I don't think you can get to the second item in this dungeon without going through Ganon's room. And he found
there's a bomb ball.
Really? Oh, man. Oh, there you go.
That's actually just going to delay him from going back to 4 for another 2 to 3 minutes.
And Leslie just got a wonderful hint. The dude abides.
Oh, the hints were trash. It was.
That makes me feel good. I didn't buy the hints at all. I'm thinking, I probably should have bought hints. I could have bought what the ladder was, but.
One hint was Red Ring in 1, and the other 5 were community hints.
Nice. And usually I buy hints too, so I guess I lucked out and saved my money.
Yeah.
I bought pretty much everything that I could have. I didn't find the second bomb upgrade, but I wasn't going to after seeing what it was. It was max price and minimum bombs. That was nice. But at the time, I had nothing else to buy. I had bought everything else except for Blue Ring. Didn't need to buy that. Sorry, I guess the second item in 9 must be another heart container, because I think everything else is accounted for, right?
Yeah, if you look at the tracker, everything is filled out.
Yeah, I just brought it up myself. I was thinking, is the book in 9? I would say, no, it's in 4. But boy, I saw that map of 8, and I thought, ugh, God. 8 and 7 were pretty atrocious. I'm going back to 3.3.5. I don't like 3.4 maps.
I was just about to say I actually kind of like the smaller 9s in 3.4 that I've played so far. I mean, I kind of prefer second quest dungeons where it's like the dig comes earlier and then the 9's smaller. So like having some chance of like a little bit more balance in the end game is nice. But in this case, it didn't really help because I never got to 9.
Yeah, right.
So we still have Sci-Town in 9, but Leslie has finally found 3. They just never went to Death Mountain to even find 3, it seems. They just recently bombed it open.
So is he going to go back in, is the question?
Yes, he grabbed the Triforce and immediately went back in.
All right, yeah. Well, I saw that happening as you said it because I'm a little delayed, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious if Leslie goes 2 to the right here, and then I think...
Yeah, I can see what the path... Oh, that's right, there was a key door. I probably didn't have a key as well, so there might have been 2 reasons.
You were starved for keys almost the entire scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a question in chat. They were like, do you spend money on Blue Ring, or do you keep it to buy stuff? And like most of the answer was, well, it just depends on how nasty it is.
Yeah.
And when you're fighting 10 Pulse Voice in every room, you randomly get hit because they're all over the place, and you take a minute.
Burning and bombing, though.
Oh, I wanted to burn the ladder something good. when I saw that, because I literally last location the ladder again, because that's the other thing I do all the time. When you know exactly where the ladder is before you actually pick it up.
I burned the second boomerang I found in Aid.
Yes, I saw that.
Worth it.
And I think Leslie has figured out that this bow does nothing for him, so he needs to keep digging.
Well, if he bought wood arrows, it'll speed up some of these Pulse Voice rooms at least.
Does have the wood arrows, that is true. So it'll help combat.
Everybody bought wood arrows at one point or another. Saitan was the first to find a bow and found it before buying wood arrows, which everybody else had arrows but no bow.
Mm-hmm.
I did not regret my arrow purchase, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pulse Voice are by far the most common enemy in this.
Oh, there were I fought so many of them.
Yeah.
At the first 45 minutes, they were everywhere. And I'm amazed that I didn't. I'm looking. I saw blue dark nuts in the beginning of 9. I'm thinking I haven't seen blue dark nuts the entire seed. What is this?
Yes, it was only.
Pretty sure we had
we
had 5 dungeons, I guess, with Pulse Voice, and the others were 2 and 2. 2 Wizrobes and 2 Dark Nuts. I don't know. Pulse Voice were freaking everywhere. Jeez. Leslie, you can't go that way.
No.
That's a shame. Leslie doesn't want to spend the key. I mean, I understand that feeling. You only got 2 keys, but unfortunately, that would have been the play to make.
Yeah, see, he did the same thing I did. You see that dig dog with 2 shutters, you think, well, the recorder can't be here.
Yep. Oh, by the way.
All right, so a little bit of an update. Truant Gamer has also forfeited. Wasn't unable to figure it out. Dr. J just finished with a time of 1:47:32. So, I mean, tough luck for Truant as well, but this is not a seed for the faint of heart. This is probably going into the try this seed pile pretty quickly.
I mean,
all you need to know is that less than half of the runners have finished, and we're an hour 50 into this race. That says a lot about the seed, I'm pretty sure. And there's some pretty good runners still going too.
I'm guessing this is like 4 hours for me.
Yeah, wasn't Sci-Town in the top 4 of the last tournament?
Sci-Town was the runner-up 2 tournaments ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was in the finals against RC Drone in the 2019 fall tournament.
Mm-hmm. Leslie is so happy using these arrows on these Pulse Voice. I know that feeling.
Yeah, after you've been stabbing them for an hour and a half, it's great to just take them out.
Yeah, that feeling when you're like, I don't have to clear this room, but I'm going to kill these Pulse Voice anyways.
Yeah. It was fun in level 2, trying to figure out, missing a floor drop, thinking, okay, which bunny room do I want to clear out first? Because I had, I think, 4 left. It's like, which one should I clear out? And I think the third one I picked was the right one.
So I
a lot of
feel
stabbing for another heart container.
So it looks like this pause from Sci-Town is him saying, where can I go that would have the silvers?
That is some excellent coverage of level 9, too.
Yeah,
looks like about
only missing 8 rooms, looks like, approximately.
Approximately, yeah. Yeah, it's like he's got the map, he's got the compass, he knows where Ganon is, who knows where one heart container is. Damn.
Trying to see on my map if I have any rooms cleared that Side-Town doesn't. No. The only room I have cleared is Zelda's room on the bottom row.
Yeah. So that is a way for him to progress here, is to bomb south from the Dark Nut room right before Zelda, but I don't remember if you could go left there. It was, you were in and out of that room because you knew that to the right was the finish.
Pretty sure you can. But again, I remember this. I made a glance briefly at it, but I knew. Oh, look, there's the door. Nothing else matters.
Did anybody go to that single room in level 2?
I did. That's the staircase that has the item in it. That staircase goes to that room, and it's nothing. It was
Yeah.
Cole's voice.
Yeah, I think it.
remember.
Yeah,
There's
there
the
were a
heart
lot-
for Leslie.
I finally found the last thing in 2, and now is
Now
back to punching the screen again.
So now I'm wondering if Leslie
to now?
ooh, I have enough to try for mags.
All right, Scytown found that bomb hole, so he knows that either there's 2 squares to the left he can check, and 1 square behind the princess.
Oh, that would be evil.
One more, Leslie. One more. And we do have a correct count on the number of Triforces for Leslie at 4.
Item is not in
Yeah.
the bottom left of line.
So he's basically caught up to where I was when I gave up, except he has a power bracelet. That was the other thing. Since I didn't know if like the recorder was going to open 9 as well, or if I was also going to need the power bracelet or the raft. So it was like,
Yeah,
Could be a
I
lot.
did. I checked that too, just to make sure.
Like
or
that
like
could-
it was just a potion shop or something.
So Saitan has found all the hint rooms from level 9. Only one of them not being community hint saying where the beast was.
I think Zelda blocked the item. I think he just checked the missing rooms he had. That's
I think
hilarious.
so.
yeah, the hint mix in
The
this seed seems
the princess guards the heart.
the hint mix in this seed seems unbalanced. Like, doesn't mixed hints usually mean
Yeah.
like half community hints, not like 75%?
Yeah,
That is
there were so. I mean, I saw
one
the
more
only
square.
real hint that I saw. I think was Manhandla was in Death Mountain. think
Yeah, I
that's
saw that
literally
one
the only-
too.
Or, and Gleeok Returns in the Dead Woods or whatever
So-
it was. Those are literally the only hints.
Scytown has one more square, which is to the right from here, and then north, and that's or to the right of this room up here, and that's it. He either has to go right here or north from the room to the right.
Somebody found a red ring is in 1 hint.
That was one of the purchase hints, right, John?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, the one of 6 hint shop hints that was actually a thing was red ring and 1. That's it.
Oh, he just like stopped in this room, in that like, oh my god, it was right here with 3 keys protecting it the whole time, and now he's gonna find out it's not. It's
Oh,
not
no!
even the staircase.
It's not even a staircase, yeah.
It is the princess's
Keep
room.
on pushing.
The princess is blocking
That's
it.
amazing. Also, shoutouts to the recorder playing Marble Madness tune. I thought that was a nice touch. As a Marble Madness enthusiast.
Yeah, the last update added a bunch of new recorder tunes. So
Yeah, I haven't got that
I
one yet.
approve. I definitely approve of that tune.
And Saitan is out of there.
Did they add Arkanoid? So have to keep playing to find out.
I haven't. If they have, I haven't heard it yet. I would love to hear it if I could.
okay, so he made the call to go back to 4, and he knows that that item is that. He saw that item earlier and was before he got the recorder, so he knows that it's like this has got to be it, right?
Oh wow, he's actually been in every room in 4 already? Wow.
Yeah, Saitan's, I think, seen every item other than that probably Zelda blocked Harkinator 9.
Now I'm thinking, where was the book then? How did I miss the book? 'Cause I cleared
It was a floor item somewhere in here.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I missed it. I mean, I would have picked it up, but for the Atlas.
I think might have been in here.
Yeah, I think it
have
was that. I want to say that Pold's voice room right there that he just passed.
Not sure how I missed it.
Yeah, it was one of these 2 rooms with Pold's voice in it. Was the one?
Oh no!
no,
I
no,
do
it's
have-
this one.
I have
Maybe-
one room I missed. Yeah, this room here. If you go down, I guess that's the book because that's the only room I didn't check. And the room to the right is the silvers.
The number had some blocks in it, just a couple.
Mr. Cab just put a question mark in the IRC. I'm sorry, can't help you until you forfeit. And Sidedown's got the silvers. Yeah.
All right, Saitama finally in go mode. He's got about 4 minutes to.
And he has all
three
the
and a half.
he has all the info from 9, right? He saw where Ganon's all
Yeah,
over.
he'll substitute for sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long to get there. Oh, I think you have to take 2 staircases to get there. Which is it's odd because the bottom right section is all blocked off except for this one staircase to the right of start.
We got a request in chat saying it's like maybe Saitan can check that room for us.
I'm wondering if he'll be curious. I know I would be, knowing that the item's got to be there because you checked everything else.
But
But
I
I
mean,
think he's also seen everything else.
yeah, he
He's
knows
seen
it's
both
options.
boomerangs
He
and
may-
he has
he may
every
know.
other item.
Yeah.
I mean, he saw both
Well,
boomerangs
he didn't- I'm
and
assuming
everything
he-
else.
Oh, he already has the. Oh, I see. Okay, I got you. Oh, he's taking a different path. Oh, I see what he's doing. Okay. He could have gone to the right from the first staircase. That's probably not even faster. It's probably about the same. For real this time? Here's Ganon.
And we have bacon.
Question in chat I can answer well. Saitan's fighting Ganon. The reason I forfeited was I couldn't figure out what where else to go, and
It was the classic Dig Dogger blocked for
Oh,
corner.
he's doing it. Saitan's doing it.
Hooray!
Uh,
Wait, what?
Sighttown's the best. No?
But
Is
he's-
that where it is? Wait a minute. I call shenanigans. Where was
I
the
don't know
right-
what room he must have missed, but
Or maybe he just wanted to fill in his map. I don't know. The
We
full,
got-
full clear of 9.
We got Saitan finishing in 7th place with a time of 158.32, followed right behind by Mr. Cab at 159.25.
oh, he almost cost himself sneaking that look in the other room.
Almost a full minute. And the comment is, "What just happened?"
yeah, he said what just happened, and then left the IRC. So unless he comes in here, we can't pass along the message from Chad, unfortunately.
He may not have allocated 2 hours to this race tonight.
Yeah,
I know I wouldn't have.
That's very possible.
Like, I'm going to bed. Screw this.
Yeah, I mean,
And I have this could take Leslie. They're back in 7 again. They're going to find the white sword at some point, but I have no clue how long it could take them to find the white sword. This is one of the few dungeons that isn't blocked by your bow and arrow. But wait, this one also has bunnies in it. Didn't this
Yeah,
one
they're
have the witch robes?
there are bunnies everywhere.
And there's Wizrobes in here too, because Triforce has them. 'Cause Leslie's been in that Triforce room, but it's still flashing.
This room has the white sword.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, if I recall
well.
correctly, the Triforce room was 3 blue whiz robes. So
That's right. Yes.
yeah. And I'd seen the room, but I didn't see the compass light up until after I'd been there, and then I never did make it back there. And Chat saying he died in there, so
Yeah, I remember seeing Leslie in the Triforce room, and it's like, oh, must have died.
And on
I can
top of that,
understand Leslie not want to clear that room. It would take about 8 million years with just red candle and wood sword in a Beamos room. I guess got arrows.
Oh, there's the white sword.
Oh. Okay then. I'm totally wrong then. I must not have gotten Y force by it. Because that
Yep.
was not the there's some item on the floor in that like room. Maybe it was a bomb or something. I don't know. Don't mind me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm still confused. I just checked that room off. Did I not clear that room for the white sword? I never saw it.
Confusing scene.
Oh, well. I've been done for half an hour and I'm still confused.
All right, now we're going back into 6, huh? This is at least the ladder is in that upper right-hand corner here, so that should help a little bit.
Upper left, but yes.
If
Yeah,
you
it's
can
only
kill the
item in the air.
mass of blue wizards to get to it.
Well, I thought you had to go up and then over to the right into the gun, into the barrel of the gun.
I assume you're
No,
referencing.
I think it's in the top left.
It's in
One-
column 2, row 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you said that. You've said that 3 times now.
I went down the barrel of the gun and I think I died or something. I'm not sure, but didn't
Yes.
find anything there.
I assume you're referring to the shape of the level, because I never got the map. But
I never did either, but that's true. That's what my map looks like. Definitely. A gun.
oh, you tracked the room by room.
Mhm. Oh, I track everything. 'Cause
Yeah.
Otherwise, ever since in a race I spent 45 minutes clearing 9 3 times around looking for silvers.
Yeah.
Only to find that it was in a staircase I had died in 30 minutes prior and I just forgot about it. Ever since then, I've always tracked all my levels.
And Leslie's been in that room you're talking about too.
Yeah, but you gotta clear it.
So going right here, that's going to get them. What is the other item in 6?
Heart.
There's a heart container near start.
Hmm.
Leslie already picked it up. Whoa.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I think they accidentally hit like the fast forward button on their run.
Well, the old man was taking too long to talk, you know. Old man's gotta not speak so slowly. Wow, there's a whole other section in this level 6. Jeez.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the right hand side.
I never went all the way over here. That's awful.
It's like three rows all the way across.
Well, that'll at least pull them back towards the other direction. That's good.
Well, I think I've reached my limit of this seed for tonight. I think I'm going to go to bed. Thank you very much for the commentary and the race and everything.
Good night, CJ. GG.
All right, GG.
GG.
Yeah, I don't. Leslie's going to have. I mean, even when they find the pieces that they're missing, this is still going to be a good 20 minutes of running through to dig out all the items, and then you have to find the silvers.
I mean, you gotta find a ladder in here. You gotta get the recorder out of 3, and you gotta get those silvers out of 4, and 4 Triforces, including the one in here.
I mean, if he's thinking of 3 the way I was thinking of it, he's not going back there for a long time, if ever. So
did you need the ladder to get through the block in 3?
No, you need it for 4.
no, but 3 looked a lot like it.
Oof.
Yeah, I left 3 thinking the path had to be Dig Dogger. So, and of course the recorder is in 3. I know now. So if Leslie is reading things the same way, he might, much like me, not be finishing this. But he's at least still pushing in 6, so he could get the ladder, which I never did, and then that could at least progress him a little bit, because that will open up 4, right?
Yes, that would open up 4, which would hopefully, well, but the problem is if it opens up 4, he's going to dig the whole thing for the item and not find it.
Oh,
He's going to find him the book. That's about it.
A couple more updates. We got Shinigami finishing in 9th place with a time of 2 hours, 7 minutes, 25 seconds. And Bogey has forfeited from the race.
Yeah, Shinny, I believe, is a pretty new runner. I've only seen their name for maybe a couple months.
I mean, he runs the game a lot, though. He streams late
Here's the
night
light room.
and does a ton of stuff. So
I think we'll get it right here, because it's just Geese and Bull's voice. Yep, there's lots of fire. How much fire will be burning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he clock stopped the room so he can burn that ladder forever.
Now, the ladder is definitely required. You have to have that to get to the Triforce in 4.
Yeah. Chat saying it doesn't do much for him. It doesn't. It gets him to a required dungeon, but it doesn't get him to the recorder, which really is what opens the stuff up. So it's going to progress him a certain distance, but then not much further than that. So
Yeah, and the drawback being that he needs to be in 3, but this is going to push him into 4 and digging all of that.
Yeah, because once you get the back of 4, it's like there's that Dig Dogger, which you need to get the recorder.
But hey, he found 9, so that'll take one thought off of his mind. He doesn't have to worry about picking up a raft if he sees it.
Run 5. It's the raft and the any key.
And he's actually down to 3 keys, having explored, full cleared so many of these dungeons. So the any key will be pretty useful for him.
Yeah, I remember CJ heading over to 9 had about 8 keys and almost ran out.
I swear 3 hit point Tektites are like the actual hardest enemy in the game.
Oh yeah, anytime stuff that's... So there are certain enemies in Zelda 1 that were designed to be weak but unpredictable, like Tektites and gels and and keys. And so anytime the randomizer adds extra hit points to them, they become really, really tough to deal with.
They also, because they're not designed to have any knockback, the knockback on it is really weird. They like you hit them and then they're standing there and then like they teleport a couple squares away and start jumping immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, you jerk, Dongo.
And these things are supposed to be in pretty much
Double
empty
jerk,
rooms.
Dongo. Oh, I don't think he realizes it, but he needs to bomb north from there. That was the one. That was a trick that Town pulled off where he killed the Dig Dogger with the bomb in that room. And if he doesn't bomb north from there, he's going to miss. I think he ends up missing everything he needs in here. I don't think there's anything much to the left.
Yeah, this one was the more complex Tetris puzzle.
Yeah, it was like Tetris 3D. Yeah, that is definitely. I'm pretty sure that's all of that left-hand side. He needs to get back on the right-hand side of this. And with only one bomb, he needs to use it very accurately. And even then, he's just going to find the any key.
Now, the any key might send him back to 3 because he might have taken a pass on key doors as well as the Dig Dogger. So.
Yeah, that left side looks complete.
Oh, well, that bomb drop actually will help a lot. So let's him fish out a couple more spots.
All right, we got one more update on IRC. We got Eat My Steel finishing in 10th place with 2:13.16.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that Bogey, who forfeited earlier, mismarked something, ran out of patience. So, and that's really reasonable in this race. This one has been quite a long haul with everything blocking everything else. So, and with Leslie still going to be trucking out for a while here, it looks like now is a good time for us to wrap things up. Big props to Leslie for really pushing through and forcing their way through this run. But it is time for us to head out. Any closing words?
Just make sure we follow our runners and have a wonderful time with this. What do you got there, John David?
I was just gonna say thanks for the restream and commentary, and looks like the chest jerk is missing from the bot, but you should follow him too.
Yeah, John, check out races. Check out a lot of these races. John usually is on commentary, which is why he seemed to float in here so efficiently.
I do some commentary, but the weeklies I usually enter. But thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
Thank you, John, for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we will see you next week for another episode of Zelda 1 Randomizer. Thank you, and have a good night, friends.